Hi students, again I'm very happy to welcome you all for this session. In this session you are going to learn same lesson 13th chapter Python and CSV files. So we are going to start as the continuation of the last one. So here you are going to learn sorting a CSV file with a specified column. Before that, the before classes you have learned how to sort a specific column. How to sort a specific column. Here you are going to sort a specified column with the help of item getter class. Suppose if you want to sort more than one column corresponding to the values or corresponding to the item name, you have to use item getter class. Because of using item getter class, you can use more than one column. You can sort more than one column because of using item getter. For that, first of all, you have to create a CSV file. I have created a CSV file already, and I'll show you an example how to sort a specified column or how to sort more than one column. See, I have already created a folder called pyprg, and this is my CSV file to sort more than one, to sort a specified column, item name, quantity, and keyboard, monitor, mouse. These numbers are quantity for those item names, and here I am going to sort a specified column. For that you have to write python programming, python coding with python shell script. Here have to type, ideally you have to open python 3.8 version, click enter, and afterwards you have to import CSV file. If you want to sort more than one column with help of item getter, you have to open a new shell script. Here you have to type the coding. See, first of all you have to import the CSV module into your programming language to sort the CSV file. Here you have to add one more class called operator, and after that you have to create a data. After that you have to create a variable to specify the path CSV dot reade or CSV dot reader. This is the class which help us to read the CSV file, and you have to give the keyword open function to open the CSV file, and afterwards you have to give, or you have to specify the path in which path you have stored your file, and here colon slash and prg is my folder name. In this folder only I have saved my CSV file, and afterwards I have to give a cc dot csv, and with this I have to close this line. And next one, we have to give next function, next data have to give, because in data variable only I have specified the path. So instead of giving all the details after the data, just it is enough to give data alone. Because of giving next function, which will helps to omit the field names. And next one, I have to give sorted list function, sorted list. Because of giving sorted list function, it will sort my data, and afterwards I have to give sorted function. Here I have to give sorted, and the sorted helps me to sort my data. Here in data variable only I have specified my CSV path, and afterwards I have to give the keyword key is equal to operator o operator dot item getter. Because of using item getter, you are able to sort more than one column at a time. Here I am going to give 1. Because of giving 1, it will sort the first, the second column corresponding to the item name. And next one, I have to create a for loop for, next one is row, for row in date sorted list, because in sorted list only the CSV file has been sorted, and afterwards I am telling to the compiler to get the data from sorted list with the help of for loop. Row is a variable, it is going to be intruded into the sorted list variable, and then it will getting the data from sorted list. And next one, I am going to print the row. Here I have to specify row, and afterwards I have to save my program. Give Ctrl S or go to file, press or click Ctrl S, and here I am going to give a file name dot py. With the extension of dot py, you have to save your file, and afterwards give save. And now we are going to run our program. To run your program, here you have to press F5. Yes, it has been sorted, but the original data is different. What I have stored in my ACC, the original data is different. See these two outputs. This is my output of ACC CSV file, and this is the original CSV file. In my original CSV file, keyboard is my first item, monitor is the second item, mouse is the third item. And here in this output, mouse is the first item, keyboard is the second item, and monitor is the third item. Because of the numbers, based on the quantity, it has been sorted. Why? Because of giving, in this program, because of giving one only, it is being sorted like this. Suppose if you are going to give 0 here instead of 1, we will get the same output. See here, keyboard, monitor, mouse, because it has been sorted by the field name as item name, because I have given my item getter as 0 here. Because of giving 0, it has been sorted corresponding to item name. Suppose if you are giving 1, it has been sorted corresponding to the quantity. And next one is we are going to see reading a CSV file into a dictionary. To read a CSV file into a dictionary, we are going to use dictReader class. To read a CSV file, we are going to use dictReader class. It is also going to be work as like a reader class, but while using dictReader class, it will create an object, and the object has been mapped with the data, and it is going to give the result to us. And while giving the result, it will give keys, the field names as a parameter. Dictreader works by reading the first line of CSV and using each comma separated value in this line as a dictionary key. While going to use dictreader class for each and every output of our program, it will give the field names as a parameter or as a keys. That is what they are trying to say. And the main difference between CSV reader and dictreader is in simple terms of CSV. Reader, CSV.reader and CSV.writer works with list and tuple, but while using with csv.dictReader and csv.dictWriter, it will work with the dictionary. That is the main difference between the CSV reader and dictReader. That is the main difference. Here we are going to read a CSV file into a dictionary. So for that I am going to create a new file, and here the same thing. First of all I have to import CSV file, and after that I have to specify the file name, which file I want to read into a dictionary, and for that I have to create a data, variable. Data is equal to c colon, sorry, in e colon only I have saved my file, and here I have to give pyprg, and afterwards acc.csv, and afterwards I have to give whatever you want, you can give as a variable. No need to give the details as it is in your book. So that's, here I am going to give data1 is equal to csv dot dict, and next one is reader. Because of giving dict reader, it will read a CSV file into a dictionary. And next one I have to give open, and I have to give the variable name data here. Instead of giving e colon and pyprg asv dot csv, simply just it is enough to give the variable name alone here. And here I have to specify the mode of my file. Read mode only I am going to use here. And next one, here I have to use, I am going to use a for loop for row in data1 data1, here I am going to print my row, because row is another variable. It should be intruded into data1, and it will read the CSV file line by line, and afterwards it will print with the help of print function. So I'm going to save this one, dict.csv. Okay, fine. And afterwards, to run the program you have to press invalid syntax. Here I have done a small mistake, we have to rectify the error. So again save your program. Now so yes, now we can get the output. Again save your program. Now save your program first, and afterwards, yes, the CSV has been read, and that should be sorted into a dictionary. This is what we are going to read. We have read a CSV file into a dictionary. And next one is reading a CSV file with user defined delimiter into a dictionary. Here we are going to give a user defined delimiter. Delimiter, it is nothing but just, it is what, just like what we have used in CSV reader class. That is what we are going to use here also. And for that, first of all, you have to give import CSV, and we have to give dialect CSV dot regist CSV dot register is equal to, here we have to give dialect because of using dialect they will define the nature of the file. Because of giving dialect, the dialect function define the nature of the file. So next one, we are going to give my dialect. Here we have to give the delimiter, what delimiter we want to use. Here delimiter is equal to pipe symbol. And next one, we are going to use skip initial space. I have already mentioned what is the use of skip initial space. Because of using skip initial space, it will skip the space in front of the first record in each and every line. Space is equal to true, it has been true. And next is a small error is there. Here I forgot to give dialect IALCT dialect. Save your file. And here specify, already I have specified the file name, and I'm going to give with open, with open, which file I want to open. Here I have to specify. Here I'm going to give data data, comma, mode you have to specify here, in which mode you want to open your file. Read mode, in read mode only I want to open my file. Here I'm going to give as CSV file, FILE. And here I want to use reader function to read my file. READER reader is equal to CSV dot DICT dict, READER dict reader. And here which file I want to read, here that should be specified here, CSV file, FILE CSV file, comma, here I have to give dialect 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 is equal to, within the quotes, single quote, my dialect. Afterwards I have to close. And here I want to change data one as reader, READER reader. And here everything is okay. Save your program. Now run your program. Unexpected intent block. Here, so it should be come here, and we have to move this one here. Control S. Now delimiter is an invalid keyword argument for this function. So a small mistake, DELIMITR instead of giving I have given E. So now it becomes correct one. Yes. While reading this file with the help of csv.reader, we doesn't have keys, the field name has keys for each and every line, but here we, while using dict reader, we are getting item name, quantity for each and every line of the record. That is the difference between CSV reader and CSV dict reader. Now we are going to see writing data into different types in CSV file. So it has many types. The first one is creating a new normal CSV file. Second one is modifying an existing file. The third one is writing on a CSV file with codes. Fourth one is writing on a CSV file with custom delimiters. Fifth one is writing on a CSV file with line terminator. Sixth one is writing on a CSV file with code cache. Seventh one is writing a CSV file into a dictionary. Last one is getting data at runtime and writing in a CSV file. So what you have learned while creating a normal file with the help of reader, CSV.reader, the same thing we are going to use here, but to write a CSV file, till now you have learned how to read a CSV file. Here you are going to learn how to write a CSV file, how to create a CSV file with the help of Python programming language. So here I want to open IDLE. Next one, press Ctrl N, and here to create a new CSV file, we want to use CSV.writer class, and the CSV.writer method returns a writer object which converts the user data into delimiter strings. Because of using CSV.writer class, what are the things you are going to give within CSV.writer method, that should be created as a new CSV file. That is what we are going to give here, and for that I am going to give import CSV, and afterwards CSV data. No need to give the full one, just enough to give data. Data is equal to, here you have to give square brackets, and first you have to create a field name, student, student, comma, it should be within single quote or double quote, and next one is age, age, and next one we have to give the details for the students, RK. Next one is age for the student is 31. No need to give the numbers within quotes, so double quotes or single quotes. And next one is within the square brackets, within double quotes I have to give the details, 96. So I have to close this one. Next one is with open. I have to specify the path, in which path or in which folder of my computer it should be saved, and E colon, and next one I have to specify the folder name, pyprg, and next one I have to give the file name for this one, pupil, pupil.csv, and within that I want to give the mode of the file, because I am going to write this file as a CSV one, as a CSV file, so that I have to give W. Here I have to close this one, and afterwards as F. F is nothing. This, the total file has been saved into F. Instead of calling the, the full line again and again, just enough to call F alone. In the next line, I have to use another variable called writer. Writer is equal to, here I want to use CSV dot writer class. Here I want to use F because I have saved the total file in F only. So next one is CSV, writer again, WRITER writer dot WRIT write rows is data. Data is nothing because I have given the details into data variable only. Those data variable details has to be write as rows here. So that only I have mentioned here. Next one is F dot CLOSE. F dot close. That should be closed here. That should be closed here. Save your file one. Here you have to give write dot CSV. Again run your so now it has been correct. Again, so now go to the destination place, just see whether the file has been created or not. Go here, no, the file doesn't created here. People.csv, just check here whether the people.csv file has been, yes, it has been created. Just open it. Yes, everything has been created correctly. Students, I hope you all understand this concept very well. We will continue this one in the next session itself. Thank you.